The Jamie Dyer Show.
Hello, Blues on the Farm.
Hi, is that Julian?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, hi, it's Jamie Dyer here at South Waves Radio.
Hello, Jamie. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Excellent.
Yeah, and I should mention that you are live at the moment.
Oh, am I?
Yes.
Well, hello to all your listeners.
Yeah, thank you very much. So Blues on the Farm is not very long to go, and I hear it's in its 24th year.
It is indeed, yes. It seems, in some ways, it seems to have gone past very quickly, and at other times it's been a long haul. But yes, we're still at it, 24 years on, and had some big names here over the years. People would recognise Jules Holland and Bill Wyman, Gary Brooker from Procol Harum.
Yeah.
Yes, they've all played here, and it sort of evolved from a one evening, 2-band event to a 4-day event now, with something like 24, 25 bands.
Of course, yeah. And when you're finding bands, what do you look for? Or do they come to you now?
Very much so, yes. Every year we get in the region of 200 to 250 CDs and sound bites sent to us, and of course it's very difficult because you've got to say no to most of them. Because you just can't stage that number of bands. But we try to be fair, and the cross section we try to get is a percentage of young up and coming bands who may not have had the exposure that some of the others have, and we try to get, obviously, you need some headline bands, and a nice sort of mix of music, not all hard rocky blues, some nice Cajun, that sort of thing, and a good cross-section, really, to suit everybody.
Well, yeah, I mean, looking over your list of acts for this year, I mean, there's a huge variety. I mean, you're called Blues on the Farm, but it's it's different kinds of it from all over the world.
Absolutely. Probably our start Mud Morganfield this year, eldest son of Muddy Waters, who would in fact have been 100 years old this year had he still been alive. But Mud's critically acclaimed for his renditions of his father's songs and a lot of his self-penned stuff, and great showman on stage, got a great band who back him over here, and we'd be delighted to see him on the Friday night at Blues. It goes from the 18th of June right the way through to the Sunday, the 21st, so that's Thursday through Sunday, 18th to the 21st of June. And Thursday night we just have an evening performance, two extremely good funk and soul bands, Kokomo and the Hamish Stewart Band. Yes. A lot of your listeners will probably remember Hamish from his days with the Average White Band. He's the guy who used to sing with a falsetto voice in the Average White Band.
Yes,
very famous. So that's on the Thursday, the funk and soul, and then Friday we start off with a couple of the younger bands, local as well, Stark, who hail from sort of Worthing, Brighton area, very good trio, who are up and coming and getting a jolly good following on the south coast here.
Yes.
Followed by Owen and the Mockingbirds, who again are a local band. Beautiful compositions, great singing voices. They've got a sort of bluesy feel to them, and what we particularly liked about them was the self-penned stuff. Very lyrical, very musical. So we're giving them a shot on the Friday, and I think they're going to go away with a lot of new friends there. The Jar Family from up in Northumberland, fabulous band who played here to great acclaim last year, but they played on the Sunday, so the sort of a lot of the people had not seen them. So we thought, well, we'll have them back here on the Friday. and then from Canada, we have the Layla Zoe Band. Layla's a superb singer of blues. She really lays down a good soulful beat.
Yes.
So yeah, the cross section is amazing, really.
Well, it is. I mean, just in those examples that you give, there's a huge variety. I mean, when it comes to choosing the acts, is it you that does it, or do you have a panel of people, or is it very much luck of the draw?
Well, it's mainly my wife and myself who choose the bands, and what we try and do is, whenever possible, is to actually see them playing live. Like a sort of secret shopper at the supermarket. You nip in and have a little listen and see how they perform, and if you like what you see, then they'll be on the bill for next year. But having said that, obviously you have to go with a lot of the international bands who you probably don't get a chance to see. You have to go on, sort of YouTube footage and hearsay evidence and whatever.
Of course.
And I have to say, we haven't, touch wood, we've never put on a bad band here in all the years we've been doing it.
No. So when it comes to the actual festival itself, what else do you offer other than the music? I mean, do you have camping out? Is it like a mini Glastonbury, or is it a different kind of atmosphere?
Yeah, so it's not on quite the scale of Glastonbury, but we've got some really lovely camping areas, discrete sort of fields with tree-lined breaks all around them, so you feel like you're in a sort of like a little private camping area. We have an area for motorhomes, we have an area for caravans, and we have a big area for the stalwart campers. And I have to say, there have been some remarkably deluxe tents in the last few years. They look more like caravans than the caravans do. They've got several rooms in them. Quite impressed with some of those. But
yeah, that's cool,
we have a reputation for it. We were voted the friendliest festival in Britain a few years back. That was an accolade attributed to us by, I believe, the Times magazine, and the Guardian likened us to 40 acres of the Mississippi Delta, based on the Chichester Plain. So, quite a good simile.
Well, that must be very complimentary. It's a very complimentary thing to say. So, obviously, you've got your 24th year this year. I know
Yes.
you're probably. I know what it's like when you're organising events and you don't really want to think beyond.
Yeah.
But what have you got any ideas for the 25th?
We have. In fact, there are one or two bands who we've already put feelers out for, because some of them, they do get booked up several years in advance, because the summer season is the busy time for them, and hopefully, if say you chose an American band and said, look, we'd like you to play here, and they would try and organise a 3 or 4 stop tour, maybe in France, Spain, and then England. So, the shared cost of getting across the old herring pond there, the Atlantic, it makes it a little bit easier on the promoter then.
Of course, when the cost is shared there. So that's Blues on the Farm Festival, which is between the 18th and the 21st of June. I do wish you very best of luck with it. I mean, it sounds like I'm looking forward to attending on one of the days, because it just sounds like a fantastic atmosphere.
Thank you very much. We're certainly looking forward to having you come down here, and of course your listeners can contact us on www.bluesonthefarm.co.uk, or on our hotlines 01243 77 3828. So it's 01243 77 3828. That's a Chichester prefix. And go to our Blues on the Farm website. You'll see all the bands there, and of course any questions that you want resolving, can always be done by just giving us a call on that telephone number. It's been a real pleasure talking to you this morning, and thank you very much for passing the word on Blues on the Farm.
Yeah, no worries. As I say, have you got many tickets left?
We haven't sold out quite yet, but they're really moving fast now. I think people are getting excited. You know, they're thinking, well, there's only a couple of weeks left to go, or less than a couple of weeks to go, and you know, we really want to get in there and get those tickets and make sure we've got our place in the campsite, make sure we've got our place there in the marquee. I don't know, I can't remember if I mentioned it. The whole thing is weather protected as well, so you've got a very friendly big marquee, 110 feet by about 100. So with the stage inside. So if the weather were to turn inclement, then you can still be nice and cozy in the marquee. Coupled with that, there's a lovely 60-foot beer tent with selling everything from local real ales to lager, wine, draft pims, everything you want really, and a lovely friendly atmosphere. Very children friendly as well, so we welcome children down here, and it's a safe, very safe venue, and easily accessed, plenty of parking, plenty of camping, plenty of fun, and plenty of excellent music.
Of course, it sounds absolutely fantastic, and it's great to have a festival like this, especially a niche one, if you don't mind me saying, a niche one.
No.
In this area, because this area is very rich in history, and it's great to bring people to the area as well.
Absolutely, we've got teams of people who travel down from Scotland, Cumberland, and they meet up once a year with their friends from Cornwall, Devon, Dorset. And there's a lovely conglomeration and a really nice feeling. And now, of course, the last 5 or 6 years, we've had international visitors. And for instance, this year we've got people from Denmark, Sweden, Holland, Germany, America. And you know, they just think, well, if we're going to go to a festival, we're going to go to Blues on the Farm. And we are very flattered, you know, that people put themselves out to come here, and it just spurs us on to do, you know, to make it the best festival that they visit in the whole of the year.
Well, it does. It's fantastic motivation, I should think, to bring you forward with that.
It is indeed.
Yes. So anyway, thank you very much for talking to me today, and it's been fantastic to speak to you. And maybe, I know it gets very busy when it comes, but maybe when I come down we might meet you there. And no, I wish you the best of luck with it, and thank you for talking to me.
Superb. Thank you very much indeed, and well, look forward to sharing a pint with you in the big beer tent down here. And as I say, if anybody wants to get any more further information, bluesonthefarm.co.uk.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Superb. Thanks very much.
Yeah,
all the best.
Thank you. Bye
for now. Bye.
Bye.
The Jamie Dyer Show.